Welcome back to Metal Labs, y'all. Always good to see y'all. Always good to have y'all. Happy New Year. Uh, Glad to be able to bring in some new, fresh talent in today. I got my man Thaks coming back. I got my man Prey. I know y'all seen him out on social media doing his thing. And we're going to chop it up. I think we got a long list of things that we want to tackle today. But good to have you, young soldier.
Yeah, thank you, man.
All right, man. So let's start from the top, man. Where you originally from?
I'm from Washington D.C., Uptown.
Okay. Uptown, yeah, Uptown's kicking it.
Yeah, man.
Where you from, Thax?
Northeast, around the way. Michigan
Yeah.
Park.
Around the way. That's like there's a spot around 12th Street that have the nachos and the tacos, man. What's the name of that spot, man?
San Antonio.
San Antonio.
We giving them a shout out.
Yeah, he be hitting me out regularly, man. Come on down San Antonio's, man. It's happy
Yeah,
hour.
that's our Friday spot.
Yeah. You got any local spots that you normally like to hit? You know, food wise, drink wise.
I mean, after school, they took it away. U Street, it was George's Curry Out. They took it away, bro. I survived off that for about 4 years, man.
Oh man, okay. So what was the go-to dishes from that joint?
Just I ain't had no money, so I used to scramble up quarters and shit. After school, I can't curse on him, my bad.
You good?
That's
You
the
good? With
story.
your flow.
I used to scramble up quarters and give me a small fry with the momo sauce.
Okay.
Had me rub my feet together.
Yeah, I got some people in this room that always like to remind me that mumbo sauce ain't originally from DC, man.
Who said that?
You know, it's gonna be a New Yorker who's gonna say that. You know.
Oh no, you different.
Yeah. All right, man. So, growing up in DC, Uptown, shit. What was that like? You were a young man, so that was in the 2000s.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up in that area?
It was cool. My mother ain't really let me go outside. I commend her for that. You know what I'm saying? Because the area. You know what I'm saying? But it was cool, just like anywhere else. It was alright.
Okay. Yeah. So as far as like some of the comedy and some of the entertainment that you're doing, like how early of an age did you like realize that you had something that was different from other people?
Well, like with comedy,
Yeah.
really high school, because I used to rap. So my homies was like, bro, you don't make it in rap, bro, you got to do comedy, bro. You funny, bro. And I ain't really get into it till I got older, like 21.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You like some of the artists that you followed, did any of them kind of have a background like or like blending some comedy in their music? Like I think of like Devin the Dude or Redman, some of them back in the day, they was kind of funny in some of the stuff. Even Snoop,
Yeah.
you know. So like any of the artists that you followed, did they have like a blend between them two?
I guess like later on, like the Baby, you know, if you ever heard of him, he do like a little funny little sketches in his music. And this is the other dude, Pac-Man, something like that.
Okay.
He do like funny rap, so I guess them. So,
Yeah. Man, you Thanks. Who you listening to in your car?
Listen, I'm older, so it's not too much music. I'm
Okay.
a sports fanatic, so
Okay.
I'm a radio. I just listen to sports radio.
That's what's up. Okay, so hopping into that, let's talk about a little bit about sports, man. You playing sports?
no.
Okay, that's what's up.
And he meant that with the way he said it.
Trash.
Oh, you good for you? But do you make your 5 fouls count?
I do a little 1-2, and I get it, and I go on my place. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Get my 2 points, and I sit down if I make those.
That's what's up, man. In the news lately, they've been, you've seen a lot of disgruntled NBA, NFL players. I know you and I, we were talking about Jimmy Butler and the fact that, like, he's in the news and the sports news now because he's been frustrated playing in Miami and doing it seemed like he's doing a lot of little things. Some might even call it unprofessional. I'm not going to use that word, but, it seems like, and I think the last I heard the team was suspending him.
They did suspend him.
They suspended him?
Detrimental to the team.
Detrimental to the team. So I think one of the things that I want to ask you guys about is this. Like, when most people think of playing in the NBA or being an entertainer and things like that, they think that, like, life is sweet, right? So, you're doing well, and it's almost like that thing where they say, shut up and dribble. Because, like Jimmy Butler, the man worth $1 gazillion. Like, why would we want to hear about him being disgruntled? But is that fair? Like, can it be that somebody is making that type of bag? Should they realize that they blessed in what they doing and just keep moving, or are they right for feeling disgruntled in their stuff? I'll let you take a shot at that.
I just feel like people still human at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's always the ones that ain't got the money, like me, talking about them. Like, bro, like you don't know what they going through in life, bro. Like, just let them do their thing, bro.
Yeah.
Chill. If I was making millions like that, man, y'all be talking about me every week.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
Yeah. What you think, that?
I mean, I look at it as though, I mean, I'm not mad at him because, you know, his craft, he deserves what he makes. He worked hard. We all know that. We come from similar areas and stuff in life. You know, where you grow up and how you get to shoot your J, or, you know, you got rappers, you got different things. But I do look at professionalism like, it's people that are teachers and janitors. You know, they not happy with what they do, but they got to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at them, but I do look at it like, bro, you are playing in Miami.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the NBA. You're one of 500 people that's blessed to do this.
Yeah.
Get out there and ball, man. Ball out. You a baller. You know. I mean, I can understand you disgruntled off the court, but when we watching the games and we like, especially us that's betting on the games and stuff, we like, Jimmy Butler, you can't score 15 points for me tonight, bro. Come on. I mean, I know Jimmy Butler would laugh at that, but anyway, I just look at it like that. But man, I want to be happy, man. I mean, you know, I ain't mad at him. I just look at it like, you know, a lot of people ain't happy at what they do, but they doing it. You know, teachers get up every day to go in there and mess with them kids.
And it's interesting thing about like professional sports, especially the NBA, like they have, I don't know if it's in their contract or what it is, but they expect their players to be ambassadors for sports and sportsmanship, you know. So like now they have it where they watch them come in with all the outfits and stuff with this expectation that they're gonna represent something fruitful and positive. So like, do they have? I asked that. I turned that into a question. Do you think they have a responsibility, being so Jimmy Butler's like 30-something years old, he's getting that bag to be professional and, you know what I'm saying, and like act like you are blessed. You know what I'm saying? So what you think of that?
I just feel like some of these dudes, like they never had that type of position before. So I don't know if somebody tell them like, hey, you know, you got this position now, you got to move a certain way. A lot of them not knowing that, they got to know from experience. So I think he blessed. I mean, if he don't think he blessed, then, you know, tell Jimmy Butler come down here and it's like nah, but that's my answer.
Yeah. What you think, bro?
I mean, I think you got a duty because, first of all, you on a team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't be cancer. You're supposed to help you uplift each other. That's, you know, the part of it. But, I mean, like I said, he's disgruntled over, I don't really know what it is. I mean, I don't know if it ain't the contract. I think it's the team and the moves they made before the season started. I guess he wasn't happy. Jimmy's been there a few years. He's balling, going to playoffs. He's doing his thing. But I just think you being a veteran, showing the youngest that's coming up playing ball, you know, like, man, the NBA, everything's changing, man. You got to hold on. You know what's funny? You know, it's a coach came out the other day. We're talking about this sports basketball with Jimmy Butler. His coach came out the other day for UCLA. UCLA is a top ranked team, right? Mm-hmm. And they lost to a team, and he's like, I shouldn't be the one most excited and going hard out here to coach. You guys should be out here. That's another thing. Like, look at the way the players are nowadays. These NILs and, you know, youngins are getting millions of dollars in college.
Yeah.
They didn't used to get that. Now they're getting, you know. So the attitudes are changing. And guess what? When people see Jimmy Butler doing that, what's next?
I get that. It's I think in society, the belief is that if you get in a bag, if you got Jimmy Butler type of money, then what else you need in life? You're supposed to be happy. But does it really work that way? You know, like there are examples. Like if you think of, I don't know if earlier this year, I think it was, the guy who founded Fandango, you know, that when you go to buy tickets for a movie, you know, now you can buy it on your phone, you could buy it, through technology. Mm-hmm. The guy who founded it, so this dude was worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He committed suicide.
Let's see what
what is that telling you? Like, so this thing of like money and success and status, being an NBA player, are we missing it with the assumption that just because they got that they're supposed to be happy, that they ain't supposed to complain or have any problems? Do you think money leads to happiness? What you think?
I think it's a part of it. We
Okay.
was just me and my man. We was just having that conversation.
Okay.
But being broke ain't gonna have you happy either.
Yeah.
So it's but I feel like the people that you got around you, that's what's most important. You got a family and stuff like that, people to share the money with.
Yeah.
I think that's what make you happy. But if you just got it by yourself, then I can see where dang, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? I can do whatever I want every day.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
I think all of us want to be able to do what we want to do, but you look at when you was a kid, you was happy with the basic stuff.
Yeah.
I think peer pressure and everything else changes people's mentality. Everybody wants the nice stuff. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody with Louis on, Gucci, this, that. Now you like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just peer pressure. We all have it. At my age, I don't care how old you are.
Yeah.
People go through it, you be like, I like that. But I mean, sure, I think when you coming up and you was a kid, you looking at the way you was raised, like he said he ain't come outside. Yeah. So he ain't know what he was missing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? His mother did a hell of a job with it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's Kanye say in one of his songs, having money's not everything, not having it is. So I definitely relate to your point.
Sure.
Like there's been studies out there where and some real smart cats. I don't know what school or what, but what they figured is that and these figures are probably old, so I'm gonna probably just maybe adjust the curve a little bit, but they were able to analyze like quality of life and happiness, and what they were able to figure out is that if you make less than like $80,000, then money would have an impact on the quality of life that you have. But anything above like $80,000, you don't get an uptick in quality of life just because you make more money. So let me explain that. So let's say you have a guy, he makes 80, you get a family, a mother, a father, 2 little kids, they make $80,000 a year. They live somewhere in a trailer. But they spend time together, they cook together, they enjoy spending time together, they go fishing, they find hobbies and things to do that don't really cost no money. They ain't really tripping off of gear. They at peace, they chilling. Then you have somebody else, and like you were saying, I mean, he lonely, he make $1 million a year, he in the clubs, he's showing off, but the way in which he do it, people ain't attracted to him, like they don't want to spend time with him, they don't want to hang with him, they don't like him. They just be with him because he got stuff, right? Mm-hmm. You could see how that quality of life would drop, right? But for us as black people, like especially if you from the DMV, from DC, like my generation, like you was expected to have that fly stuff. Like that was the measurement. You had to have the shoes and the car and the stuff. Like talk about it, Thaks, like what was like coming out of the 80s and the 90s, out of DC off that stuff.
I mean, I'm going to tell you what's funny. I think it's still the same. It's worse for these youngins now, though. Mm-hmm. See, I'm going to tell you, look, back in the day, you could go somewhere, right? You could say, like New York. I can go to New York. I'll be like, I'll be laughing at them. I'll be like, oh, yeah, I can tell you from New York. Accent, the way you talk. Yeah. Bro, nowadays, because of social media, you can't tell where nobody's from if they don't open their mouth.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody dressed the same. Yeah. So the pressure to me now is worse than when we came up because we went to school. It was like, it wasn't nothing really. We was more in the party and go and stuff like that. But now these youngins nowadays, oh my God, they got social media. They got to look at that Instagram and how
Yeah, that's a problem.
It's a problem, bro. Yeah. I don't know. It's different. Yeah. It's worse now for the youngers than when we came up. I'll give them that.
I get that. And matter of fact, we had a young person, what's my man's name? Snoop. We had Snoop come through last week, I think. And I had to step forward for my generation and apologize to him. And I'm gonna apologize to you too, Pre, because I'm 52 years old, so I realized that for our generation, like we grew up during that crack epidemic, and during that time, like we were lost. We were young. We didn't know what we was doing, but we were addicted to money and the fashion and stuff was right there in front of us. It was easy for us to get access to, but we didn't realize the impact that it was going to have on y'all generation, and we didn't realize that the decisions that we were making were going to be affecting y'all family members, and was going to keep us from being able to be in that house and be able to be that support. We should have been there, policing the neighborhood. We should have been there at the basketball court showing y'all how to hoop or helping y'all with school, but we wasn't there. That era just wiped us out, man. So like, what would you say was the adverse impact that had on you and on your friends and on y'all coming up?
I don't know about no cracking and all that other stuff, but like just like the fathers not being there, like what you mean?
Yeah, like fathers not being there, and yeah.
It's just a continuing cycle, and I think like one generation got to stop it. Like with me, like my father wasn't there 24/7. You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta make sure when I have kids, I'm gonna be there for just to switch it up.
Yeah.
Because having a father in the house is very important.
Yeah. Do you have kids now?
I hope not.
I know that's right. None that you claim right there.
Wood. I hope not.
Yeah, okay.
That's right, man. That's right.
Yeah, man. What you think about what I'm talking about, Thaks?
I mean, we definitely know a male figure in the house. We can say a male figure because a father. I mean, I done been around dudes. Their father was in the house, but they had a brother or uncle or somebody stayed on top of them.
Yeah.
Like you said, when we was at the basketball court, we went up the street. Even when I was younger, I mean, when we went up the street, them the older dudes like, man, get your butt off this court, go home. Or,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
we definitely messed the generation up. But some of us are blaming on the generation before us. Mm-hmm. It started. I think it started with that because in the household with us as people, black people, I mean, the male's always working. So the kids, what the kids gonna do with the father's not in the house? My father had 3 jobs.
Yeah.
What we gonna do?
Right.
We gonna find somebody in the alley go play with, or you know what I'm saying? He wasn't around to do it, so you know how that go. That wasn't him out there being wrong. He was working to provide for his family.
Yo, I seen this was years ago, maybe about 10, 15 years ago. You know how like Nat Geo, they got all the TV shows and they show like the animals and they had the people go down into the jungles and everything, and then they recording like the stuff is happening. And I watched one special, and it was about these elephants, and these elephants were going around and they were just terrorizing. Like I don't remember what country it was. I'm just gonna say Kenya, right? So they're going all through the savannah. They're killing all the other animals, like the rhinos, and chasing everything off and being aggressive. And they brought in like the veterinarians, and the veterinarians realized that the elephants that was doing it were young adolescent elephants,
Right.
and nobody was checking them.
Right.
And so what did they do? They went to another part of another region and pulled some bull elephants, grown ass elephants, and they brought them back to the area, and that balanced it out. So to that point of like whether or not the father is in the house or not in the house, sometimes it's not whether or not the father is there, if he's got 3 jobs or not, just the presence.
That's right.
Just knowing that there's that male, solid, stand-up energy can be the difference in our communities.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think that's been one of the things that's been missing. Yeah.
Definite.
Yeah. So, and we see now, like, you look at the newspapers, you follow what's happening. You see a lot of young people who kind of crashing out, making poor decisions, 16, 17, 18. What's up with that? Like, why you think, there's so many people making decisions that are going to cost them their life?
Like you said, social media, man. Like it's like, you get that influence. Like you see somebody, I'm 24. You can catch somebody on the internet, 21, Lambo. I gotta go get that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
probably grew up. Y'all probably never think about a Lambo. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't in y'all face 24/7.
Nah, exactly,
So
true.
these youngers, they trying to go get it. Like,
Yeah.
even if I gotta rob you, I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah.
I gotta
Jack.
scam you, I'm gonna
Yep.
go get it. You know what I'm saying? It's different now.
Yo, that shit, but that shit is so irrational though. That's like trying to make 1 + 1 = 7 though, because you see young people out here scamming and they gonna jack somebody for a 2014 Hyundai. Like, I don't know how that's gonna help them get their Lambo, but that math ain't mathing. You know, like, please help me out. Like, how many 2014 Hyundais do you need to trade up for a Lambo? Please do that math for me, man.
I don't know. That's just youngin' trying to take a girl out.
Yeah.
Because the girls jump in the car to joyride too. See more girls carjacking now too.
Nah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It is crazy.
Getting back to that whole conversation and discussion about, happiness, right? The idea of whether or not you got Jimmy Butler money or you out here just trying to figure out, like, so what's the end game? What's the goal to being able to find peace and have the life that you want?
That was a question for me.
Yeah, come on, man. I know you got
I
that
mean,
knowledge, man. Drop something.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, I think you just gotta find happiness in yourself. You gotta see what you think success is for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause I might, give me a condo and a car and 2 junks. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? You might be different. You might want a land, acres, a wife, family. So give me 2 bad junks, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You gotta decide what your happiness is for real.
Oh man, that's real.
What you think, man?
I agree. I mean, I agree with him. It's real. I mean,
Sharice
everybody's
ain't letting another joint come
not
in
for
there.
me, for him. I'm saying, listen, bro. Everybody's peace and I used to say, put things on the scale, man.
Yeah.
So your tolerance might not be my tolerance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And we was talking about earlier with these kids, with these people making mental. Man, most of these people out here, coming from our generations, those drugs, man. And we don't understand how it affects your kids and the next kid. Get what I'm saying? 2 people with high cholesterol sleep together, their kid gonna have high cholesterol.
Facts. Yeah.
2 people with diabetes sleep together, they gonna have diabetes. Get what I'm saying? Their kids.
That's
so
right.
shoot, we answer a lot of questions just on our own. Like,
Yeah.
shit, why that youngin' out there doing that? Look at his father and his mother. One of them might have been lunching. You know what I'm saying?
Totally. Yeah. So you 24 now. I know some of the cats that were older than y'all. Like, a lot of them who were aging up into like 30. Because how old is Kendrick Lamar?
Probably early 40s, late 30s.
Yeah, early 30s.
No, he ain't that old.
He gotta be in his late 30s.
Yeah, he got to be late
30s. Okay.
Got it.
Because I know he used to talk about his generation was that, get crushed, get smacked, drink everything, smoke everything, pop everything. I don't think that's as much y'all generation, right? Y'all people in y'all generation, it ain't the coolest, funnest thing to just go get smacked every weekend, right?
Shoot. It's different now. They all
No,
that done.
they are nothing.
Every
They are
week.
nothing.
It's different now.
All right, okay. But I don't know if it's the same. Like definitely younger than me, but in between y'all, like some of that generation was out there like with the synthetics and the K2, and they was just chasing all that craziness, and that was kind of like a whole thing. It was like a cool thing to do, but it seemed like, at least with like following your generation online, it seemed like y'all way more health conscious. What's that like?
Health conscious.
Am I wrong?
I mean, the worst thing we probably doing is alcohol, maybe a little bit of, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, perks, lean, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But
Yeah,
all
they
that
doing all that
K2 and
stuff.
that ain't my generation.
All right, so that stuff's trending down.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
They
that's
was
crazy.
launching off the gate too.
Yeah.
The deuce.
Oh yeah, fentanyl too. That is crazy.
Yeah.
But y'all was going too hard back then. Y'all kirking.
Well, shit, that wasn't my
No, that
generation.
wasn't
My
us.
generation was
Nah.
a little bit of weed.
All the PCP, the boat.
Chronic. Yeah, we was
Nah, it wasn't
little
no-
chronic.
wasn't no
Probably a
K2
bottle
and all
or
that
something.
back then.
Hell
Nah,
no.
buddy.
We sold it. Nah,
Yeah,
not
we
the
ain't-
K2 though. Stuff.
We ain't do that.
Yeah, but nah. But yeah, so but okay, so talking about quality of life, health, the thing that we're talking about. So we started talking about Jimmy Butler, right? Mm-hmm. And the fact that we could see that there's discontent in his life. somebody who you would assume has all of the success and the money and get the ladies and all of that, right? So, and then we were boiling it back down to, what is quality of life for all of us, and how do we aspire to it, right? And one of the things that we talk about here at Metalworks is that the greatest commodity, the greatest source of, greatest resource of wealth that a human being has is time. Time can be spent, it can be wasted, it can be invested, and so when you think of time and how, what are some of the best things that you can do with your time, right? At following you online, looks like you work out. Okay, talk to me a little bit about how you invest time into working out, and what do you get from it?
I just look at workout like a stress reliever for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? One of the main reasons I got into working out because I was jive. Like, I was going through stuff in my relationship, and I wanted to make myself better. So, I wanted to get stronger. You feel me? Then it started attracting more girls, and I said, you know what? I'm going to the gym 5 days a week.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just love working out, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what I heard you say is that, the benefits that you got from it was relieving stress.
Yeah.
And then there's some, I use a big word, some aesthetics to it. Like,
Yeah.
you look good, you feel good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thaks, what about you, man?
What?
Exercise, like what's the reason why, and what's the
That
value
reason
you get
is
from it?
what he said, majorly.
Yeah.
Shoot, this it releases those endorphins, man. Like when you working out and you doing your thing, it helps you to get through that day, to get through the next day. Because we used to work out because of the places we've been.
Right.
That's what most brothers do.
Yeah.
You got to get that time. You got to work out. You
That's
want to
right.
get something to keep your mind right. Because
Right.
if you don't, like you said, you're gonna be stressed out, and then you're gonna be making bad decisions, which is not a good thing to do when you in dismal crips. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's amazing for me. Just relieving stress. That's my major thing. Helps me get through it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna piggyback on both of y'all answers. Like for me, exercise, working out, pushing myself, it's self-improvement. Like you said, like I'm looking for ways to see myself get better every day, and if I don't, like, the times in which I take off from working out, I spend my energy and my time on dumb stuff, wasteful stuff, or stuff that's not healthy, right? So if I'm not working in a season of working out, I'm probably having, one or two, more drinks, after having a drink after work, or eating the wrong thing. So, I'm able to kind of get benefits for that. And the last thing is like mental toughness, right? Because working out, the shit sucks. It's hard. It's straining. It's like so many other things that I would much rather do.
Right.
But, that strain actually, I think, helps me. It toughens me. It strengthens me. So,
Right.
what other things do you do, like that's in the same vein as like working out, that's like a benefit or holistic for yourself?
Comedy, man. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I mess with it. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's all. Another thing, just if I do this every day, you know what I'm saying? It's improving me instead of just wasting my time doing stuff that ain't gonna benefit me at all. So
Yeah. Okay, and so coming out of DC, comedy, man, there's a hell of a legacy, man. So like, who do you look up to, or who do you admire that's come out of the city? Like if I had to ask you for one mainline name and who's an undercover person that you respect their career, respect their work, who would it be?
Dave Chappelle, man, come get me. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
We went to the same school, bro.
Yeah, that's what's
You know what I'm
up.
saying? Like, come get me, cuz. Like, God,
Yeah.
come back down.
Man, he's pound for pound the GOAT, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look at like DC is a it's a powerhouse for comedy. New York, powerhouse of comedy. But outside of those two, I don't know any other areas that like and maybe I don't follow enough, but it just seemed like those two are like the main powerhouses of putting out black comedy.
DC got it.
Well,
What?
you know, DC
Oh
got,
man,
but
DC got DC. We got some. We got some legends, but it's a lot of like at California.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
mostly major cities gonna have artists. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
about that. I think it's all the cities.
but I say
Cleveland, Ohio, man. Since they got some comedians over there,
So I need to see the
but
roster,
top
there, man.
top like
Yeah, because I
you
mean,
know
if you
what I'm
think of
saying?
New York, you think of Eddie.
Eddie,
You think of
okay.
Chris Rock.
Chris
You think of the
Rock,
Wayans, and that's just the first three
yeah,
to come
those,
off the
that's
top of
big
my
names.
head. At DC, you got Martin, you got
Dave
Earthquake,
Chappelle.
you got Chappelle, you know,
Tommy
you
Davidson.
got John Witherspoon.
There's a
what
lot
you
of
say?
youngers out here now doing it too.
And then, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like I know he's up and coming, but I went to a comedy show down at Constitution Hall a few months ago, and it was some girls, it was some women from DC, good comedians, man. The crowd rocking,
yeah.
and I didn't know they was from DC until they started talking. You know?
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, that could be true, but I think all inner cities got comedians, man. That's what we
Yeah.
do: basketball, football, comedy.
Yeah.
What you doing? Rapping? What?
And so what would you say, like, so that's your, you know, that's the Hall of Fame comedians there, but who's somebody whose career kind of that you respect, is that maybe hadn't hit the Chappelle level? Not too many do that, but that you respect.
Like you talking about in the city or just in general?
In the city. Let's stay with the city right now.
That I respect.
Yeah.
Man.
And had an influence on you. So yeah.
Influence on me.
Yeah.
So nah, everybody that's from here that been doing it before me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Davey, Goofies, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
The Craze,
Yeah.
my man Devin, you feel
Alright.
me?
Did,
Everybody for real.
did you you familiar with like Tony Woods, Teddy Carpenter,
Bevon.
Pierre, like of that
Red Grant was
Red-
another.
oh, yeah, Red Grant. Yeah.
Oh, that last one. Everybody else y'all name. I'm too young. No,
Okay.
I ain't in touch.
Okay. All right.
I
Yeah.
ain't in touch.
Shit. DC always had a consistent, flow of comedians. You know, when they had Def Comedy Jam, when the show came, like, you know, as far as like the headliners, like we got a lot of time on that show. Martin made sure that, you know, DC was able to represent in other areas as well. But yeah, and you I think you're right about Ohio. Ohio done put out some
I'm telling you,
folks.
they got a lot of people, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's just like if you go into boxing, you be like, darn, but it's people from, you know, Baltimore, but got some comedians. What's the young girl be on there? He know what they're talking about.
Yeah, Baltimore.
Just hilarious.
Yeah. It's a few. They got
she
Baltimore
got-
got some what's the names too. Got some
Yeah.
good comedians.
Yeah. So as far as like, you know, your comedy, like, you know, what's some areas that you still trying to see yourself get to that next level on?
Crushing the stand up.
Okay.
Gotta get me in some roles or some films.
Okay. All right.
You know, little baby steps, but we getting there.
Okay.
That's
all right.
right.
And then the comedy scene here in DC now, like a lot of the cast that's out there that's doing their thing, like Goofy's, who's our man. Goofy's my guy, and then like Davey and a lot of the other ones. You know, how do y'all ever work together? Like, what y'all have a good relationship? Seem like, you know, there's a lot of respect between
Yeah.
the kings there.
Yeah. Now we worked together before. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You know, I'm just trying to, you know, do my own name, and you know, you don't want to be the dude that's tagging along with. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Yeah.
make a name for yourself. But everybody doing their thing. That's
Yeah.
Everybody going up.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's thorough.
Yeah,
That's right.
man.
You gotta set your own lane, man.
Yeah.
And he look like he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
I watched some of the stuff on Instagram the other day. You showed me. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, I have to be honest. My favorite one was the one that you did with you taking your girl to see Chris Brown. That shit was funny.
Oh yeah.
That shit was hilarious. Well, you ever seen that one?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh man,
Yeah,
you
I
gotta see.
watched that one, man.
Yeah, that joy's.
I gotta ask him, like, see, like most comedian dudes that I know that are funny. So say you around like your boys, your good men. Can you just start joning on them and having them laughing? Just
Yeah,
saying,
y'all Generation Joan.
do y'all do that?
I'm not a Jonah.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
I'm more like if I catch one, I catch one. But I'm not a person that's.
I got you.
Hey, that's not me.
Okay, okay,
I'm not that
okay.
type of person. But yeah.
So what's next? Like, I know that, and because of social media now, there's not per se a requirement to leave DC to hit big. But like, do you ever consider like that might be a move for you in the future, or like, what's your thoughts?
Oh man, I'm bad, man. Now I want this to be my last year, man. Standing in the DMV for sure. But
Okay.
we just working. You know what I'm saying? This recorded too, so I can look back.
Yeah.
But I want this to be my last year standing down here.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Speaking it into existence.
Yeah.
Would
Manifesting.
you stay East Coast or would you think West Coast?
Probably East Coast.
Okay.
Probably East Coast for real.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. It seemed like a lot of people I've known who've been successful in different areas, in particular like entertainment.
Yep.
It seems like inside of DC is a challenge. It seems like
You gotta spread your wings, man.
Yeah.
Got to.
yeah.
DC it's beautiful, but it's way more to this world than just DC.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know because they don't go nowhere.
Hell yeah.
Stay in DC.
That being said, what's the furthest place you've been from DC?
Puerto Rico,
Okay.
LA.
All right.
That's the other side. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to take my stuff to the next level. I
Yeah.
gotta go to like different countries. Like you ever
There you
seen
go.
people go to different countries and they know other places? Like that's a level I'm trying to get to. Like, dang, I can't even go to Paris without. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
That's
get that.
OC.
There you go. That's right.
Shit, man. That's a great place to aspire to be. I've gone other places. I don't got one of the places where they recognize me like he ain't somebody. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man. This in 2024, I had the pleasure, Christine and I, my wife, we had the pleasure of visiting 8 different countries, in the year. And I would say probably my favorite was in March. We went through the southern part of Africa. So we visited South Africa. We visited Namibia, Botswana, Zambia, and Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I got some money.
You just gotta save and plan. That's all that is, But it's when most people think of Africa, like,
Right.
what they thinking about is
Beautiful.
what they see on Nat Geo and all
Right.
that. But when I tell you the cities, I can show you some of the spots that we went to. First of all, South Africa is a first world country, so anything you can imagine.
What's over here is over there.
And when I tell you that the black people over there got a bag, like, you talk about wanting Lamborghini trucks and all of that, like, they was driving it, like you go to the mall and you go past the LV store and they still over there doing the lines out the door, like they won't let you in until somebody come out, like they still do that over there, and the line is still existing where, but beyond that, what was just magical was our people. And one experience in particular like meant the most to me, because growing up in the city, it's always as a young black male, there's always pressure and stress, even created by running across other black males. So like if when you in high school, if it's 4 of y'all and y'all going to a mall or something and you see another 4 and y'all crossing paths, y'all looking at each other like, looking each other up like what they trying to do something, you get elevated, you get guarded, right? But over there, like seeing our people be able to walk past each other and speak and just be chilling and be just in a regular on some chill stuff, that meant a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? And so, and it opened my eyes to the world, man. So like, definitely getting a chance to see the world. Another place that we went to, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, was also Colombia. And Colombia, the area that we went to, which is Cartagena, it's really considered. It's almost like that section of the country is all black. So like, they gonna celebrate you. So like, you know how you said you want to go and then they recognize your face. It's a similar thing. It's like, hey, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, they want to dap you up and hug you up. You know what I'm saying? You American, you American. You know what I'm saying? But it's all love, you know, and you know, so to be able to do that. But I know what you're talking about. You want to be able to go there and they got your face on their T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So you know, that's an important and a valuable thing, man. You know, as far as creating your content, like where's that come from?
Man, life, man. You know, my family, you know, experiences. You feel me? I try to like do relatable content.
You got siblings?
Yeah.
What you got?
I got like 4 sisters and I got 4 brothers. But you know, that's like my whole entire family. But my immediate family, like 3 sisters and like 1 brother.
So all y'all grew up in the household.
Yeah.
Was the household funny growing up?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Who was the funniest out of all y'all?
My mother and my grandmother, they the funniest ones. Not gonna lie to you.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where you get it from, huh?
Yeah, my mother and my grandmother. And my uncle, too. Yeah.
Were they practical jokers? Like, was it stuff that they would do, or was it stuff that they would say?
It's the stuff that they would say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the stuff that they would say. Even when, like, you know, I know y'all grew up with that, too. Like, you know, you about to get whooping.
Uh-huh.
Mother say, I'll give you something to cry for.
Oh, yeah.
I'm singing a song. I hope you singing that song like you sing that schoolwork. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boy.
What about you,
Days,
man? Growing
boy.
up, man. Who was the funniest in your household growing up?
Shit, probably my father.
Mm.
My father, he was funny, man.
Yeah.
Funny dude, man. I remember one time real quick. So, you know, we youngest, we like night, we were the Air Force Ones. You know, we was rocking them.
Yeah.
DC been rocking them forever.
Mm-hmm.
I was a youngin' in the early 80s with Air Force Ones. But
Yeah,
like,
okay.
So I remember I was trying to buy the shoes, and I told my mother, I was like, man, I'm trying to get these shoes. My father was like, man, are you serious? He said, man, look at these shoes I got on. Me and my brother look at the shoes. Man, we look at the shoes. We was like, man, we look at each other like, we don't want to laugh at him because he one of them stern fathers. He like to do it off good times. That's how my father was a tank. So man, we started looking at each other.
Like James Evans, huh?
Yeah, he was like, my father was like James Evans.
Okay.
Tank. So we looking at, we like, Pops, man, I'm trying. I say, man, I want the Air Force Ones. So he looked at me like, man, are you serious? He said, man, look at these shoes. You know how long I had these shoes? Me and my brother looked at each other like, man, how long? He said, man, I had these shoes 3 years. And I'm like, man, I want some Air Force Ones. He said, man, these are the best. These shoes are comfortable. Man, he said, I paid $4.99 for these. $4.99. Me and my brother looked at each other like, man, they look like it. Then guess what the name of the shoes was, man? Qualifiers.
They was dress shoes?
Look it up. No tack shoes, tennis shoes.
Oh, man.
And I'm trying to, I think Nike Airs back then was like $60, $70.
Yeah,
like,
man, I got to look them up. Qualifiers, huh?
Qualifiers, bro. They was the funniest looking shoes ever.
Qualifiers.
I said, what the hell? You want me to wear these shoes to school? They will join me out going to Bacchus.
Yeah. Oh, man. I got a family member.
Bro.
I got a family member. I ain't gonna say no names, but I got a family member whose mother put her in a bag like that because she came home with some shoes for her, and she really didn't understand the game. And she went to school proudly with some XJ 5000s and XJC 5000s. Man, you know, going to a DC school with some XJC 5000s they lit her butt up, man. So,
Peer pressure, man.
Yeah.
We gonna kill each other with that.
Yeah, you are.
Youngers are the worst too.
Yeah, of course, man.
When you young, you go jump out there real quick.
And young people, they mean with them Jones, man.
What?
Yeah. So as far as like your create, one man is just, how'd you get the name?
What?
Pre Hefner.
My real name started with Pre, so
Okay.
I always been called Pre my whole life.
Okay.
And Hefner, I was doing stuff with the females. I was doing a little picking up girls, you know what I'm saying? Putting them in the mail van.
Ladies. With this cool shades on and everything, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
you got the cool looks with them, ladies.
Yeah, man.
I see you play.
So I just named myself Hefner. And
Pre Hefner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. It's catchy, man. Yeah. All right, so as far as like content creation and things like that, like, definitely in front of the camera, you got game for days. How's your behind the camera game? Meaning like, what are you normally recording on? What do you and what's like your next level in regards to like how you shoot and so on and so forth.
Like, what you mean, like behind the camera again?
Like as far as like how do you, what do you normally record your stuff on?
Oh, iPhone.
Okay, all right.
Like if we doing like YouTube videos and I use an actual camera, but skits and Instagram, iPhone.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, so like nobody looking at the quality of your work there, like that's top line right there. That's triple A's right there. Like, but for yourself, like what's the next level of like, what's some other skills that you're looking to try to continue to develop in yourself in regards to how you capture?
Better production and quality, and you know what I'm saying. Just quality and just better production for real edits, and
Man, I tell you, because we got some interns around here that actually I can't even call them interns. I got to call them professionals. I don't even know how y'all do all that stuff, man. Like I'm almost, sometimes I feel like I'm as bad as my mother, where I'm like recording something, I got my finger over the camera, you know what I'm saying? And,
same thing.
you know what I'm saying? People are talking to my neck, you know what I'm saying? But, the gifts that young people y'all have in regards to being able to capture and give like different perspectives, that stuff is fly, man.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I give it to them too.
So are you one of those type people who follow like all of the different developments that the phones have and the cameras have and what's going to be coming out next time around?
Nah, I'm not fun. But like the people I look up to, like if they quality like that, I need mine to be, if not that, 80%, 85% that. Feel me? So I follow the people that you know what I'm saying, that inspire me. Yeah. And I want my quality to be on that level or even close to it.
Okay. All right. Have you I think I saw something where you're doing a little bit more longer recordings.
Yeah.
Would I say a film or would I just say yeah.
Yeah. That's a live stream, but I do want to do like longer versions, and you know what I'm saying, a minute and 30 seconds is cool. I want people watching me for 8, 20, 30 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's up. How much time does it take to be able to create something like that? Like as far as like planning, as far as writing, like the dude say, call it like 10 minutes. Like how much time would it take for you to organize and plan to create that?
If it take hours to get it right, it's gonna take hours. If it take 30 minutes and that just hit and they can't get another take 30 minutes, like just until it get right, until it's perfect for real.
Yeah, I get that. It's for our generation, man, like where they have technology and they're able to create things like that from a technology perspective. What do we have?
That's kind of. What did we have, really? Sure. I don't know if we had technology like they got now, but we was big on just video games, man. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Atari, and television, Coleco, all that type stuff. That was big to us. Yeah. Then when they had the handheld things, we thought that was just the ultimate.
Yeah, that might be. But that
There's no comparison now what y'all got, because my son, my son's 13. Man, he will break this phone down so quick. It's stuff on his phone that I didn't even know it does.
Right.
I'm just like, man, what? He said, you can do this, you can do that. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I get you with that, man.
Yeah, they just, the youngins on a different level, man.
Yeah.
Can't compare now to them.
All right.
They got IT walking around. They got people becoming robots coming in sooner or later looking like us.
Who you telling, man?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
The Jetsons is real.
Yeah, exactly, man. And now they got this old AI thing, man. They got people.
That's what I meant, AI too.
Yeah. I hope you think anybody out there having AI write them jokes for them? I know that's not you. You got that talent in you, but
I just got it in me. No diddy.
But you think it's people who doing that out there?
Oh man.
Hey, it might get to that level, man. It might.
Yeah.
But then everybody gonna use the same jokes and they're like, oh, dang, you got that from AI. I did too.
Yeah.
So hey.
All right, so my last question for you. You mentioned something, and about, obviously spreading your territory. But what are some other things that you want to see accomplished in 2025, and where can your fans and those who are interested in following you and tracking you catch you at?
Hey,
two questions.
We on Twitch now, so you can watch your boy live. Try and go from every Sunday to like almost every other day or every day if we could, you know what I'm saying? just spanking everything. Instagram, YouTube, all platforms. I'm just trying to be everywhere, bro. You gonna get tired of seeing me, so like that's how much I'm trying to be everywhere.
Okay, I love it, man.
That's a good thing.
Where's Twitch at? You know where Twitch at?
Nah, I don't.
Yeah,
Bro, I know about YouTube,
yeah.
Instagram, Facebook. The rest of that, oh yeah, TikTok. TikTok.
Oh yeah.
TikTok.
All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. It's a pleasure having you today, my guy.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, my brother, always good to have
You
you.
already know.
We're looking forward in 2025 to continue to bring talented people in. Hopefully, man, you're gonna come back and do some other stuff with us, man, and because that's another thing. Like, the comedy is therapy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm sure that you probably have ideas of how the things that you do, how that funniness can heal people, man, especially people your generation, man. So I'd love to have you come back and we go a little deeper into that, man. But that's all I got. Look forward to seeing y'all again. Peace.